The first round of negotiations on mutual trade agreement between the Eurasian Economic Union and Egypt will be organized in January 2019. Representatives of the EEU and Egypt signed a corresponding document in which they set goals and principles of joint work. The trade turnover of the EEU and Egypt for the first 8 months of 2018 amounted to over $4 billion, which is 30% higher compared to last year. One of the important participants of the EEU is Kazakhstan, which forms an economic basis of the organization. In the first half of this year, the volume of Kazakhstan's trade with member states of the Union amounted to almost $9 billion. Kazakhstan railway projects are being implemented to develop the country's transit potential under the Nurli-Jol program. One of the projects is the construction of the second tracks of the Almaty-Shu section. The track is 113 kilometers. The capacity on the site has quadrupled after 1 year of service. In total, the railways are 126 kilometers long. We electrified the tracks. 13 railway bridges were built. An automobile overpass was built. This overpass allowed closing 2 cargo-loaded railway crossings. Now up to 17,000 cars pass on the overpass per day. The uniqueness of this project is the usage of remote control point system and traffic lights. Our quantitative and qualitative indicators of rail transport have been improved. Freight trains began to cut in transit twice between stations of Almaty-Shu. The technical speed has been improved. The turnover of wagons has been reduced. Production indicators have been improved both for the Almaty and Jambil railway sections. The digital railway program is implemented in Kazakhstan. As part of this program, work is being continued to optimize costs as well as to introduce a train control center and digital services. Based on experts' preliminary estimates, the total economic effect from the projects is estimated at 115 billion tenge. A year of Uzbekistan in Kazakhstan in 2018 has strengthened the bilateral relations development between the countries, says the chairperson of the Uzbek Ethno-Cultural Center in Astana, Sherzod Pulatov. As part of the Year of Uzbekistan, almost 200 events were organized in Kazakhstan. Recently, a business forum was held in Shymkent to coincide with the closing of the Year of Uzbekistan's tourism in Kazakhstan. The countries discussed the promotion of Central Asia tourism products in Russia and European countries, as well as joint development of the industry.
Этот форум был межрегиональный форум, где акимы городов и областей Республики
The forum is interregional. Mayors of cities and governors of regions of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan signed various agreements, which totaled nearly 1 billion tenge. This is considered as the next step to bring the trade turnover between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan to 5 billion. This year we exceeded the 2 billionth volumes. I think that the goals set by our leaders will be implemented ahead of schedule.
Те задачи, которые были поставлены нашими главами, они будут реализованы досрочно.
Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan are actively developing cultural cooperation. This year, both countries opened centers where visitors can learn about the culture and history of nations.
Сам президент Узбекистана выделяет огромное внимание этому спектру. Он в марте этого года.
The president of Uzbekistan pays great attention to this topic. In March of this year, he announced the importance of studying the heritage of our great thinker, Abay Kunanbayev. In addition, we also organized cultural evenings of Alisher Navoy and other Turkic thinkers in Astana. All these thinkers united the Central Asian region, and our presidents are calling for the continuation of the heritage that our ancestors have given us.
Которые объединяли весь Центральноазиатский регион, и наши президенты также призывают к продолжению того наследия, которое передали нам наши предки.
In return, the Year of Kazakhstan in Uzbekistan will be organized in 2019. Uzbekistan is becoming a tourist state. For this purpose, the country is putting great efforts. More than 20 special documents have been developed. Tax for foreign companies has been reduced and custom barriers have been removed. And terms for obtaining land plots and registering documents have been minimized. This was announced at the first International Tourism Investment Forum in Tashkent. Experts from 50 countries attended the event. Uzbekistan shared that in the future, the country intends to develop extreme tourism and ecotourism. In return, Kazakh investors expressed their interest for partnership and discussed with the Uzbeks on creating multiple entry visa for the Silk Road countries.
Live the spirit of Uzbekistan. We respect ourselves. We find out we.
But I comment.
Сейчас прорабатываем с нашими друзьями, коллегами из Казахстана возможность организации общего такого визового.
We are working with our Kazakh colleagues on the possibility of organizing a common visa regime. This means that foreign tourists visiting Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan can visit the countries without any problem and without the need for any new visa. Now, there is a technical study of these issues. In the future, we hope that other Central Asian and the Silk Road countries will join the visa regime.
Возможно, и другие страны Центральноазиатского региона и вообще страны, находящиеся на шелковом пути, смогут присоединиться к такому визовому режиму.
Jibek жолы турлары бұл жерде ең қатты дамыған.
In Uzbekistan, tours to the Silk Road facilities are the most developed. It is also popular in Kazakhstan, particularly the Turkestan region. Now companies are working on creating joint tours. Our companies are working on the development of extreme ski resort in Uzbekistan, as well as sharing experience in tourism and service. The construction of a ski base has begun in the Bostandik region of Uzbekistan.
Дамыту бойынша мәселелер, тәжірибелер алмасуға келіп отыр. Өздерінде ұсыныстары бар.
Tourism is a driver for Kazakhstan's economic development. During the Expo 2017, over 7 million tourists visited the country. Domestic tourism traffic has increased by 20%, amounted to nearly 6 million visitors. In 2017, 120,000 foreigners from Russia, China, Kyrgyzstan, Turkey, and Germany visited North Kazakhstan region. Over the past 2 years, the number of tourists visiting northern Kazakhstan increased by 43%. Hunting and winter tourism will be developed in order to attract more travelers in the north of the country. A campsite is being built in the Shal Akin district, where fishing enthusiasts can relax at any time of the year.
У нас очень много охотоугодий, которые сейчас мы всех их объединяем.
We have many hunting grounds, which we plan to create a unified system for development of this particular area, winter tourism. There is winter fishing at the Sergeyevsky Reservoir in the suburbs of the Petropavl city and at our recreation centers.
Зимняя рыбалка на Сергеевском водохранилище, пригороде города Петропавловска, наших базах отдыха.
Tourism will also be actively developed in the south of the country. The infrastructure in the most favorite vacation spots will be developed. In the Turkestan region, tourists are interested in the Great Silk Road. Today, the region has over 1,200 historical, archaeological, cultural, and architectural monuments. Some of them joined the list of the UNESCO World Heritage.
В связи с тем, что утверждается новая программа президента именно по туризму, сейчас как никогда.
The new tourism program of the president is approved. Due to that, things became better and the state supports tourism. If we understand the business and the state, tourism will develop fast. In other countries, the main source of income for the economy comes from well-developed tourism industry.
Мы смотрим, основной источник дохода в экономику поступает от обслуженного туриста.
According to the World Tourism Organization, the share of tourism in the global GDP is estimated at over 10%. In Kazakhstan, this figure will be increased to 8% by 2025. Kazakhstan is the cradle of the Turkic world. The archaeological findings of the Katon Karagay district in the east of the country show that Altai is an ancestral homeland of Turks. Scientists discovered kobis of the 7th to 8th centuries in a burial in the valley of the Karakaba River. Its display can be found in the Museum of the International Turkic Academy in Astana. Other unique relics are also kept at the museum, including a copy of the Mangitas sacred stone monument. The ritual complex was built in honor of a Kagan of the Eurasian Empire of Turks. He united the separate ethno-political unions. The stone depicts nearly 60 tamgas, generic family signs of Kyrgyz, Uyghurs, Karluks, Kipchaks, Khazars, Afshars, and other large tribes.
По нашему предположению, по предположению специалистов, она была поставлена в конце.
Our experts say that it was set at the end of the 7th century AD. Experts know that tamgas of both the Turkic tribes and of other origin were carved on the stone. For example, the Tatar people had a Manchu Tungus origin. The tamga is also present. Even in the time of the Turkic Khaganate, what we call today multiculturalism and tolerance existed back then. President of Kazakhstan Nursultan Nazarbayev highlighted the importance of Turks' history in his article, The Seven Facets of the Great Steppe. President Nazarbayev assigned to organize the World Congress of Turkology and Days of Culture of Turkic ethnic groups in Astana next year. He says that special attention should be paid to the creation of a global online library of Turkic works, following an example of Wikipedia. Today, the International Turkic Academy is working in these areas.
Это очень важное стратегическое направление. И на самом деле все, что касается тюркского.
This is a very important strategic area. Everything related to the Turkic world is a large-scale international project. Kazakhstan is interested in this because the returning to Turkic heritage is an opportunity to restore the once lost artificially selected integrity of our history and perception of us.
Точнее, искусственно отобранную целостность нашей собственной истории, восприятие самих себя.
Откуда мы пришли и куда мы идем? Без знания прошлого мы не можем.
Where we come from and where we are going. Without knowing the past, we can't see prosperity. Therefore, the President's article states that we need to make efforts to objectively describe our history.
Нужно нам сегодня приложить усилия объективного описания нашей истории.
The International Turkic Academy includes a library, which has a collection of over 32,000 printed publications, including personal collections of famous Turkologists. The Academy launched the Atalar Mirasi electronic website, where important research works are presented digitally. The project will continue to be developed. Most importantly, the interest in the heritage of the Turks is growing, and it has no boundaries. The 15th anniversary of the Center for Kazakh Language and Culture was celebrated in Moscow. More than 12 students have been trained there. Today, many of them have mastered the Kazakh language professionally and are specialists in demand. There are many successful examples of students applying their knowledge in the center.
Екі студент, біреуі Ресей Федерациясының елшілігінде, үшінші секретарь болып жұмыс істеуде.
One of our graduates works as a third secretary at the Russian embassy in Kazakhstan. He was offered a job there because he speaks Kazakh. Another former student teaches at the Institute of Languages.
2007 жылдың түлегі, ол Институт языкознания қазақ тілінен сабақ береді.
At the center, Russian students study Kazakh as a second foreign language. The learning process is fun and easy. Teachers present information in an interesting way.
Поколения, которые будут вести переговоры и осуществлять.
This is the generation that will negotiate and carry out interaction between political and business structures, as well as cultural organizations. Of course, the study of Kazakh language for a linguist turns from a very interesting and an exciting area to a state goal.
Лингвиста очень захватывающей области просто в государственную задачу.
An Olympiad of the Kazakh language is annually organized in the center. In addition to teaching, people in education talk about Kazakh traditions and customs. Today, experts highlight the strategic importance of such institutions to maintain the level of the language and preserve cultural heritage of the people. Akjan Mashanov is a Kazakh scientist, writer, geologist, and researcher of Al-Farabi heritage. A roundtable was organized on the 112th anniversary of his birth at the National Center for Manuscripts and Rare Books. At the meeting, researchers highlighted that Akjan Mashanov is a holy and well-rounded figure in the research world. He conducted more than 300 different works on mineralogy, geology, and crystallography. The exclusive handwritten heritage of Al-Mashani includes over 16 books about the life and activities of great philosopher of the East, Al-Farabi. Electronic books are stored in the center's collection. This outstanding person is well known not only in Al-Farabi studies, but he was also one of the pioneers of the Akbastau Kusmurin gold mine. In addition, he is the founder of a new area of science, geomechanics, which is an alloy of 3 sciences. Today, all archival materials are stored in the Central Archive of Almaty. Danelia Tuleshova will perform at Junior Eurovision, the main children's music competition, the day after tomorrow. The final preparations are being done in the capital of Belarus. The Kazakh contestant follows her schedule. She rehearses her performance with a vocal coach at the Minsk Arena stage. A team from Kazakhstan arrived to support the young singer.
Мы приехали все поддержать Данелию. Это получается уже страновой проект, так как он является первым единственным.
We came to support Danelia. This is the first and only project in independent history of Kazakhstan. We can say that Danelia will start as a star on this exciting music competition. Soon, this contest will be organized in Kazakhstan, and many children will be stars of the musical Olympus.
Этот конкурс будет проходить уже в Казахстане, и уже зажгутся многие молодые юные звезды на музыкальном Олимпе.
This year, over 20 countries are participating in the competition. Many producers call the Eurovision stage a musical Olympus. For many contestants, the competition is regarded a platform for career growth. Besides technical preparation of the podium, specialists are also preparing for one of the most crucial period of the evening, the vote count, which will be conducted according to rules of the European Broadcasting Union.
С 23 по 25 число ноября вы можете голосовать за Данелию.
From November 23rd to 25th, people can vote for Danelia Tuleshova, who is actively preparing for the contest. You can vote for 5 countries and for your country on junioreurovision.tv. So let's support Danelia. This year, Azerbaijan, Israel and France returned to the Eurovision stage in addition to Kazakhstan and Wales. Organizers say that this year the show will be very big. There are tens of thousands of special LEDs on stage. More than 15,000 spectators from all over the world continue to arrive in the capital of Belarus. National ornaments have a wide scope of application and are used to decorate blankets, tekemet, weapons, jewelry, and clothing. The national ornaments are diverse in its usage. Decorative engraving, embroidery, and casting of the national ornaments gave a unique look and perfection. There is demand for national ornaments. Modern designers focus on Turkic and Central Asian motifs in their collections.
Все рисунки, которые вы видите на наших изделиях, это все ручная роспись.
All the drawings that you see on our products are handmade based on Turkic motifs. There are a lot of ornaments that are considered to be a talisman. This year we went to the 3rd World Nomad Games in Kyrgyzstan, where we took part in the Dordoy Nomad Show. I often traveled to Bashkortostan, Russia, where we take part in events.
Также я езжу постоянно в Россию, Республику Башкортостан. Там мы обязательно в показах участвуем.
Uzbek designers Zulfiya Kurbanova and Rana Kirgizbayeva also use ornaments in their works. The new collection, which includes everyday clothes, is decorated with national patterns.
Мы
Использовали наш адрас, конечно, это наша национальная ткань, делается все ручную. И добавили туда как бы изделия из дерева.
We use our national fabric, adras. Everything is handmade. Wood products for decorations have been added, and our national ornaments are used. They're national style with a modern twist. They can be worn daily and for parties.
Под современный лад, как бы его можно на каждый день, на любую вечеринку, ну как бы в свет можно выходить.
From ancient times, ornaments have been a reflection of history, culture, and spirituality of nations. Due to modern designers, fashion of ornaments will never be gone.